Good morning. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. It is Thursday, November 6th, and I will note for the record that both Commissioner Madeira and myself are here and present in the Nat U. Hill Room. And we will begin with our public statement. We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, renew our commitment to welcome and protect the rights of all people, regardless of age, race, color, creed, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, economic status, and national origin. And we affirm the right of every person to live peacefully and without fear. And we will fight and resist at every step discrimination and harmful policies, whatever their source. We believe in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We also stand in support of our county public school systems, both RBB and MCCSC. And with that, we will move on to our proclamation.
Proclamation, Operation Greenlight for Veterans. Whereas the residents of Monroe County have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the armed forces, and the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And Monroe County seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. And veterans continue to serve our community in the American Legion, veterans of foreign wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as county veteran service officers in 29 states, to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year, and approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually, and an estimated 20% increase of service members will transition to civilian life soon. And studies indicate that 44 to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life, and active military service members transitioning from military service are at a high risk for suicide during their first year after military service. And the National Association of Counties encourages all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Greenlight for Veterans. And Monroe County appreciates the sacrifices of our United States military personnel and believes specific recognition should be granted. We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim November 4th through 11th, 2025, as Operation Greenlight for Veterans, a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifices of those transitioning from active service, and encourage Monroe County citizens to recognize the importance of honoring all those who made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying green lights in a window of their place of business or residence from November 4th through 11th, 2025. Proclaimed the 6th day of November, 2025, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Madeira. We have Stephen Miller joining us, our Veteran Service Officer.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the proclamation. If it's okay with you, I was planning to tell you about the Veterans Day events that we have coming up, as well as Operation Emergency Food from the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Briefly, my office is going to be supporting a number of Veterans Day events starting today. Directly after this, I'm heading up to Meadowood from 11 to 2 for a Veterans Day luncheon and book signing. Then on Veterans Day itself, we're going to be supporting an early morning coffee with veterans at Starbucks on Indiana Avenue with a number of IU folks. Then we're going to be at the IU flag raising. That starts at 7:30 a.m. Then we're going to be at the Veterans Day Breakfast Social at the Center for Veteran and Military Students from 8:30 to 11. And starting at 10:30, we're going to be at the American Legion for the Veterans Day program sponsored by them. And finally, on the day after, on the 12th, we're going to be hosting a Veterans Day employee appreciation event for all Monroe County government veteran and military members. We're gonna have coffee and donuts, so if you have folks, please let them know about that. We're real excited. And then additionally, the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs has produced a program called Operation Emergency Food for SNAP beneficiaries. Folks whose SNAP benefits are in danger may apply for a Military Family Relief Fund grant. that will pay up to the amount of the SNAP benefits. The couple of things that are of note, the benefit does count against the $2,500 maximum grant benefit per individual. So that is a consideration. And we're being told that they're processing checks as quickly as 72 hours. So if anyone has need, please reach out to my office. We're happy to help get folks connected to that benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Ms. Purdy has your proclamation for you. And I believe, Mr. Kreider, are we lighting the courthouse green? We are, in honor of this. So it's a good reminder for everyone in the community who sees the courthouse lit in green over the next week.
Wonderful. It's actually a combination, because I believe we are doing it for the Hope
Youth.
for the youth
Mm-hmm.
and also for the veterans. And it's nice that they agree that everybody's using the same color.
Nice.
That is wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if there are any department updates. You can raise your hand in Teams or come here to the podium in the Nat U Hill Room. Okay. Oh, Ms. Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just a few updates for you today. According to the Indiana Department of Health dashboard, emergency department visits for COVID-like illness have decreased and wastewater concentrations have decreased slightly. Flu activity across the state is still minimal, but the Indiana Department of Health has recorded the first flu death of the season. Last year's Indiana flu season recorded 660 deaths. The CDC does recommend an annual flu shot for everyone aged 6 months and older. And the public health clinic does have vaccines available. You can call 812-353-3244 for an appointment.
All right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, I think this is very vital because I think the weather is supposed to actually turn to very cold weather this Saturday into Sunday. So very good time to get those vaccinations.
For sure. Yeah, the more time we spend indoors, right? Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Any other department updates? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our next agenda item. This is public comment reserved for items that are not on our agenda. We ask each speaker to limit their time to 3 minutes and to please share your name and county of residence before you speak. Does anybody have public comment to offer for items not on our agenda? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our next agenda item, please.
I would like to move approval of the minutes for October 30th, 2025.
I will second that. Comments, corrections, edits?
I do not have any.
I found one last night, of all things, and sent it to Ms. Freeman, so it's just a typo. All those in favor of approving the minutes for October 30th, 2025, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the claims docket for accounts payable for November 6, 2025.
I will second that. Ms. Moser, please tell us all about it. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. The accounts payable claims docket for November 6th, 2025 totals $3,238,936.71. This includes all emergency claims and adjustments.
All right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
Nope.
I don't either. Is there any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the claims docket accounts payable November 6, 2025, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. We now have our new business, and the first item on our bid openings for hardscape improvements at the Showers building. We have Mr. Kreider joining us. I hope he brought a letter opener.
Mr. Cockrell has the letter opener. Good morning, Commissioners. Richard Kreider, Monroe County Building and Fleet, here to talk to you about hardscape improvements at the Showers Building North parking lot. The scope of work is drainage improvement, sidewalk repair and replacement, and asphalt replacement. On July 25th, we entered into an agreement with Specialty Engineering Group to provide professional services for the project. To date, design and development, construction documents have been completed. We're currently in the bidding phase. Notice to bidders was published on October 6th and October 23rd. A pre-bid meeting was held at Showers North on October 24th, and proposals were due by 10 a.m. this morning. And with that, I'll hand these over to Mr. Cockrell.
All right, the first bid is from Milestone Contractors. Alternatives. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, the base bid is $340,820. There are alternatives that had a deduct. That is, and since I found it, I'll read it for these, but I probably will not search them for any of the other ones. Alternative number one is a deduct of $2,915, and alternative two is a deduct of $500. The second bid is from EMB Paving. It has a base bid of $296,000. We will look at the alternatives.
Yeah, they're deductions anyway, they're not additions, so that helps. Thank you.
And the third one is from Kreider and Kreider. And this has a base bid of $467,250. Request that you take these under advisement.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
Richard and I go through them and come back with a recommendation next week. I think we need to do the recommendation next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So your agreement to take this under advisement?
Yes.
Okay, I am as well. Thank you both for that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm particularly excited about this project, having seen the state of that parking lot.
Yeah. And after the flood.
Yes, oh, absolutely.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to item B, please.
I would like to move approval for award E&B Paving, Maple Grove Road Paving Project, fund name Motor Vehicle Highway, fund number 1173, in the amount of $114,356.
I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
Good morning. So we've requested quotes from 3 contractors for the paving of this road. We received 2 quotes. This is to help finish out our paving season for 2025 and deplete all of our paving dollars. So we would like to award it to E&B Paving for the low bid of $114,356.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No. Again, I would, sometimes I hear concern from citizens that we don't award these projects transparently, and it always makes me very happy that we do this on camera like we did today, because I can always refer them back to, a certain date and time. And so, thank you very much just for, engaging in this process in the public and making it transparent. And so I think it's as clear and concise and efficient as possible.
I think we go above what we need to make sure that we are transparent. There is not a paving project in the last 10 years that I've been in this position that's been awarded that has not been in public record.
Absolutely. Yes. I think we do an excellent job with that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So I noticed some hot patch on my road this morning. So when does the asphalt plant close? I thought it would have been closed by now.
Now, it typically, it's weather dependent,
Yes.
but it typically closes around the first week of December.
Okay. So they're going to be able to get this done.
Yes, it is
Exactly.
scheduled
Okay.
to be done in 2025.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. Yep. Thank you so much. That's great news. I'm sure the folks on Maple Grove Road are going to be happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay. Any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. See none. All those in favor of awarding E&B Paving the Maple Grove Road paving project signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval for ground penetrating radar systems, LLC on-call agreement, fund name Stormwater Professional Fees, fund number 1197, in the amount of $21,000.
I will second that. This looks very familiar to us from yesterday's stormwater meeting. Ms. Ridge?
Yes, it was presented yesterday, and it was passed by the board. This is actually to do some videos, televised cameras, I guess, through the piping system, drainage system for Curry Pike. The RDC board, we're moving forward of possibly doing some paving on Curry Pike in segments over the next 3 years. This is our first task to find out what's underneath the road, what needs to be repaired before we would go into the paving mode of that project.
Thank you. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, so I guess this seems to be very efficient because it allows us to actually not displace the pipes. We can actually, get a good visual on things. It's very affordable, in other words, other than digging everything up first.
Yeah, and if it's, if everything's in good working order, if something needs replaced, we can address those concerns before we use the funds for paving. The first phase is basically Bloomington city limits, which is around Beasley Drive, just north of Phoenix, to State Road 48, just south of there, because you have boundaries and such. So that'll be our first segment that we're looking at, but it does help us repair any infrastructure previous before paving or included into the project at the time.
Totally makes sense to do it and very efficient.
But it's not going to be something we see on television.
No, thank goodness.
This would be like the most boring program ever. If you thought
Boring in my job.
it's not. It's not. But for the general public, you'd be like, what am I looking at?
I don't know, though. From what people find interesting on YouTube, we could have a whole new genre of pipe ASMR television.
That is true.
It'll be interesting
Start
to
a
see
trend.
actually what's under that road. It was started, I think, oh my gosh, I don't even need to think of the date we did groundbreaking.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yes,
The
a
official-
groundbreaking discovery, literally.
Yes, ground penetrating. Excellent, thank you. So I was just like televised. I was like, well. All right. So any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, see none. All those in favor of approving the ground penetrating radar systems LLC on-call agreement signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval from Marshall Security LLC for stormwater project traffic control flagging, fund name Stormwater, fund number 1197, in the amount of $95.48 per hour.
Second. Ms. Ridge?
So again, this agreement was presented to the Stormwater Board yesterday and was approved by the attending board members. We typically use temporary flagging on different projects throughout the year. So this is just an as-need basis. It's similar to the contract we've done with Security Pro in the past.
Okay. Thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, this really helps to have these folks on call.
It really does, makes a lot of sense. And yes, we did approve this at the Stormwater Board meeting yesterday.
Yep.
Any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Marshall Security LLC for stormwater project traffic control and flagging signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. We don't have any appointments today. We had received the sad news yesterday of the passing of former County Commissioner Charlotte Zitlow. And it's one of those things where every time I walk in this building, I think about her efforts to ensure that this historic courthouse was preserved. And there are a number of other projects she's worked on, but I think this is probably the most visual in our community and the most visible, and the one we see most often as well. And I just really appreciate public service, and I appreciate her public service, and she will be missed by her family and friends. I don't know if you wanted to say anything. I'll put you on the spot.
Oh, yes, I think a consummate public servant and just humanitarian and lost without words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is tough. But thank you for your service. It's impressive. I do have, oh gosh, we just found another typo. I would like to remind the public that county government is closed on Tuesday, November 11th for Veterans Day. Stephen Miller, our Veteran Service Officer, gave us a whole list of different programs and events, and the community's invited to any or all of them. It's important to take this time to thank those who have made the decision to serve their country in such a profound way, and to thank veterans for their service. Also, next week, before we meet, is the 10th Annual Monroe County Childhood Conditions Summit, and it's Thursday, November 13th, beginning at 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Monroe County Convention Center. This is open to the public, free admission. Our rural housing repair program that we utilized ARPA money for is now being managed by Bloomington Foundation. So if you live outside the city limits and you have necessary housing repairs in your homeowner occupied dwelling that you need financial assistance with, please contact your township trustee, or you can call our office. We continue to hold office hours 6 times each month. Join us by looking at the calendar and on our homepage, in.gov/county/Monroe. And while you're there, please sign up for the resident alert system, which will keep you informed of all emergency information regarding traffic, highway health, etc. I'd also like to remind folks that we continue to co-sponsor the blood drive at Ivy Tech. Thanks, Ivy Tech, for your help with this. The next blood drive is Wednesday, November 12th, 10 a.m. to 3, and Thursday, November 13th, 1 p.m. to 6. That is at Ivy Tech, rooms C130A and B. Please make an appointment at redcross.org, but if you drop by, they'll make it work. And just a reminder that I don't know if we've got this posted on our website yet with the food. We're going to be posting some information about where to find food. I know SNAP benefits were partially restored this week. I don't know how people follow this. I just don't. But please contact your township trustee if you need assistance with food, and they can help you with either their own pantry or one of the other many local food pantries. And we do ask residents to please consider donating to your favorite local food pantry or to the Hoosier Hills Food Bank, which is where local pantries get a lot of their food. So please keep folks in your minds and hearts as we go through this terrible time in our history. Anything else for the good of the order?
I can't think of anything, actually.
Okay, so we do not have a work session today, and we are meeting next week on November 13th, so we will meet here at 10 a.m. in the Nat U Hill room on November 13th, and with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.